Good day, everyone! Welcome on today's tele-turuan. I am your teacher, Maria Rizel A. Castro, Teacher 1 from San Jose National High School. Before anything else, let us have our lesson objectives. So at the end of the lesson, the students are expected to distinguish which event comes first before the other, sequence the event based on their chronological order, and express the importance of sequencing events. So let us have a short game before anything else. So it is entitled, What Comes First? So the first one, what comes first? Number 2 or number 1? The correct answer is, of course, number 1. Second one, what comes first? A butterfly or a caterpillar? Correct. A caterpillar comes first before it turns into a butterfly. Third, what comes first? Eating or washing the dishes? Well done. You have to eat first before you wash the dishes. Next, what comes first? Is that taking a bath or wearing a cloth? Correct. You have to take a bath first before you wear your new clothes. So let's have our lesson for today. It is entitled Sequencing Events. But first, let us define the word sequence. Sequence is to arrange in a particular order. It can either be alphabetical or chronological. Sequencing an event. It is arranging or sequencing details of an event based on its chronological order. We have signal words which will help us identify which comes first before the other. These signal words are after, afterwards, as soon as, before, during, finally, first, following, initially, later, meanwhile, next, now, preceding, second, soon, then, third, until, and when. So we have a lot of signal words to use. Now, let's have the activity. Arrange the animals based on the time they were rescued. So we have the monkey, the deer, and the lion. The first animal which was rescued was the deer, and the second animal was the monkey. The third animal which was rescued was the lion. Now, let's have another sequencing activity. We have recipe. So you can also sequence a recipe. So who loves cooking? Everybody loves eating. So recipe for cooking tinolang manok. So we have the following recipe. So please sequence it now. Well done! So let's have the answer. First one, you have to saute the ginger, garlic, onion in hot oil until it is aromatic. The second one, you have to add the chicken pieces and fish sauce and render until its fats and juices come out. Third, pour in water and bring to boil. Cook until meat is tender. Fourth one, add the sayote or green papaya and cook until soft. Lastly, you have to add the chili or the malunggay leaves. So, I got hungry. So let's proceed to the next one. Steps in washing your hands the right way. So we have here 5 easy steps. So I hope everyone does this every day and every time. So we have the following steps. Please arrange it according to its chronological order. Thank you very much. So let's have the answers. First one is you have to wet your hands with clean and running water, warm or cold, turn off the tap and apply soap. The second one is you have to lather your hands by rubbing them together with the soap. Lather the back of your hands between your fingers and nails. The third one is you have to scrub your hands for at least 20 seconds. Do you need the timer? You should just sing happy birthday 2 times. And then the fourth one is you have to rinse your hand well under clean and running water. And the fifth one, dry your hands using a clean towel or just air dry them. Now, let us have the next activity. So aside from recipes, steps, and details from the story, so we can also sequence real-life events. So these real-life events that I will say were just some of the very catastrophic events which had happened this year. So we have the explosion in Beirut, Lebanon. We have the Australian bushfires. We have the Black Lives Matter protest, the Taal volcano eruption, the Typhoon Ulysses, Kobe Bryant's death, and COVID-19 as a pandemic. So let's have the answers. So the first one that happened was the Australian bushfires, which started in September 2019 to February 2020. So this Australian bushfire is a very catastrophic event, especially for the animals and the nature. A lot of animals were injured and most of them even died. The second one is the Taal volcano eruption here in the Philippines. It happened in January 12. Third is Kobe Bryant's death, which tragically happened last January 26. Fourth one is the COVID-19 as a pandemic. So it was declared by the World Health Organization as a pandemic last March 11, but its first case appeared last December 2019. Next one is the explosion in Beirut, Lebanon, which had happened in August 4. So a lot of Lebanese people experienced suffering and pain, and other Filipinos were also there. Next is the Black Lives Matter protest. So the Black Lives Matter protest happened in August 2020 and is still happening up to this moment. Next one is the Typhoon Ulysses, which happened last November 11 to 12, and it is very alarming in Cagayan and Isabela. So why do we need to sequence events? Here are the reasons. You have to learn how to sequence events because it means you are aware of what is happening around you and that you are really listening. So if you are aware of what is happening, you can be updated and you can always prepare for what is coming. So that's it for today. We have learned how to sequence events such as procedures, directions, steps, and real-life events here. So I hope that you all listened well and you learned a lot from today's lesson. See you next time.